So our first match begins with iMessage, which means the queen phone number has been grabbed. I'd say this is a mid to high tier elo, I could be wrong. White begins with a simple, "Can I have some of your tater tots?" which I give an inaccuracy because it doesn't really contribute anything, but it doesn't hurt. Black has many things they could say, but instead they lead with a, "Yes of course, I was just storing them inside my coochie," heart eyes emoji. Well, I guess we can change the first one to "good move" because it seemed to strike interest. Anyways, a very risky gambit here by Black, so I decided that an inaccuracy as well, because out of everything Black could have said, they chose to say that. White responds with a, "Ooh, even better, I like them salty," tongue out emoji, which I give an excellent move considering there was nothing else really to say at that point, and that definitely worked. Black then says, "Wow, what a lovely meal," which I gave a best move because it definitely showed interest to White. Then apparently at 12 a.m. on a Saturday, White says, "Do you have ketchup for me too?" Then an image of Homelander with blood all over his face. I give this a blunder because he had no reason to follow up like that. Black replies 12 hours later with, "Oh my god," crying emoji. I rate this a best move because, to be quite honest, what else was Black supposed to say? Altogether, this conversation was horrid, but I'd rate it a draw. Now, we are in Messenger DMs, which signifies very low elo due to all the middle-aged men. White starts the match with, "I'm a piece of trash, haha," which I give an easy big move, due to the simplicity of the comment, which is spoken a lot by female players. Black replies with, "As someone who cares deeply about the environment, I am obligated to pick you up. It's 7 o'clock, okay?" I honestly give this an excellent move due to the fact that they were baited into a trap and did fall for it. But it seemed to work, as White replied with, "You smooth fucker," laughing emoji, laughing emoji, laughing emoji. I give this a best move due to the reply definitely working, and I'll be watching Black's career as he may gain a very high elo. We're back to iMessage for this game, which signifies high elo. White begins with a, "I like you," blushing smiling face, which I give an inaccuracy because who confesses love over iMessage? Speaking of inaccuracy, I'd recommend subscribing in order to stay accurate. Anyways, Black replies with, "Chat, is this Rizz?" exclamation point, question mark, exclamation point. I give this pretty much a mistake because he seemed to ruin the moment. He must be very low elo and nervous to play. White agrees with me, saying, "You just ruined it, we were having a moment," which I give a best move because I completely agree with White. Black did ruin it. Black replies with, "Chat, am I cooked?" which I rate a blunder. But now that I think about it, Black had to commit. It would have been odd to switch up. So I give Black an excellent move, specifically for the commitment. White then says in all caps, "Who are you talking to right now?" which I rate a mistake because this is very accusatory and could end up selling the game. Black then responds saying, "Chat, clip that," which I personally commend, and I award it best move due to the commitment to the act. For that game, I think that Black was actually smurfing White, and Black seems to be very high elo, whilst White is brand new to the game. Next game, it starts with the seemingly low elo text messages. Black starts with a quick, "Anyways," and then, "What you doing?" which I give a blunder because it signifies a lot of time going by with no moves prior. White replies with, "Nothing," which I give an excellent move, because in reality, what other move was White supposed to do? Black then says, "I'm nothing," which I gave a huge blunder because that's an insane early game play. White responds to that with queasy emoji, which deserves a best move. Honestly, this was a pretty bad game, and it ended really quickly due to the huge mismatch in elo. This conversation starts on Discord, which is always a sign of insanely low elo from lots of experience. White begins with, "Are you female?" which I in the start give a blunder, but I decided to give it an excellent move because it's always good to be safe these days. Black replies with a very typical, "Yes," which earned a book move. It wasn't necessarily a bad book move because it did do the job. White then says, "Shocked face," and then, "I'm scared," which I rate a huge blunder because that's the worst move to do when faced with that book move. Black replies with, "Shoo," then "boo," which I assumed was a mistake on the first try, and White must have let Black fix it with the boo. I rate this an excellent move because it adds humor and makes it less strict. White then asks, "Do you like C++?" which I rate an excellent move because it definitely breaks the ice. This was an altogether low elo game, but it definitely matched both Black and White. This match is back on iMessage, another sign of high elo. White begins with, "Haven't watched it though," which I give a best move. I bet White and Black were making moves about watching movies before. Black replies with, "What?" with 4 T's, which signifies high interest. Black also says, "Have you watched the first 3?" and I give these both excellent move. White then says, no sorry, crying face emoji, which I rate best move, and I decided to say this is a very good play by White. Black then says, bro, with 3 O's. We're having a movie night when we get back. And then, a movie marathon, all with 4 L's, the Despicable Me movies, which I give a best move as well. I honestly will say this was an insanely high elo match, and it ended very well. I will be watching both players' careers closely. For this next match, which starts off in Android DMs, White begins the convo with, I don't know what I'm doing. You're the first person I've messaged on Tinder in like 2 years, which I give a mistake, because in order to win, you need to be flawless. The only reason it isn't a blunder is that this may be a play to bring a false sense of security to Black. Black replies saying, ha ha ha, okay, I see, which I rate a good move due to the good comeback in the boring first move. White then says, so, do you have any hobbies? Which I give a book move, because that is a classic for when a game is never ending and Black is being very defensive. Black then replies, ha ha ha, yes, and then refused to continue. I give this a blunder because you can tell that Black does not want to continue the game and has only intention of finishing the match as soon as possible, playing the long game. White replies with, sobbing emoji, Osama bin Laden was 6'4". I have to give this a blunder because the match was going really badly and White did nothing to help that fact whatsoever. Our next match takes place in... I have no idea where this match is. Anyways, White starts with, did you take a nap on the floor? Which I give a good move due to the fact that the game had just started and White hadn't done a weird move at all, just a normal move to what I assume was a normal match prior. Black replies with, no lol, I wasn't that tired, which I give an inaccuracy because it hadn't done much to contribute to the match. White then said, I love sleeping on the floor, 5 M's, hard carpet sleep, tongue out emoji. That's definitely a blunder. It's a move that's too far done. There was many other options that White could have gone with. Black replies saying, lol, what an experience, I'll have to try. I now am rethinking my earlier decision, so I give White a good move, and I give this move a good move as well, because it flows the match. White then says, you know what else is an experience you'd have to try? Which I give an excellent move, because it alludes to White's next move. Black then asks, what? Which I give a book move, although there was nothing else that Black could have went with. White replies with, dating me, which I give a blunder. This move would never work in a championship, although I'm interested into how this match ended. This match is back on iMessage, which again signifies high elo. White begins the match with on skibbity, which I rate a blunder because that is the most immature move in the history of chess. Sorry, I meant texting. Black replies with on skibbity, question mark, and then wow, let's fuck. I changed the first move to an excellent move and I rate this one a best move. This game is going very well. White then says in all caps, chat, I did it. I got bitches. I give this a good move because it still did go with the game, but there was still more things White could have went with. Now, if you did enjoy these games of chess, sorry, I meant flirting, make sure to drop a like. If you want to be in a future video, fill out the form below.